The one reality of life that every human being, believer or non-believer alike, is absolutely certain about is death. We become busy in our daily lives. We run from place to place to fulfill our responsibilities. At the end of the day, we return home with exhausted bodies, close our eyes, and drift into the world of sleep. But will we be able to open our eyes again? The future that occupies all our thoughts and worries, will it ever truly come to us? One day, someone from your family or someone close to you closes their eyes and never opens them again. You are left stunned, unable to believe it. That person has truly left you forever. Your heart feels numb. The body is washed. It is prepared for burial. The person you used to call by name, the one you called father, mother, or by loving nicknames, today everyone refers to it simply as a dead body. You carry the body on your shoulders and walk toward the graveyard. The grave has already been dug. A few people step down into it to receive the body. Your heart starts pounding. It feels as if the earth itself is pressing down on you. Seeing others gives you some courage. The body is lowered into the grave. Now it is time to leave that beloved person in that dark pit and climb back out. With your own hands, you throw soil over them. Soil continues to fall on the white shroud and fall until the grave is completely filled. Some people are in tears. You stand there with your face dry, staring at the grave. In that moment, you realize anew that the person who has left you, you are following right behind them. The world they have entered, you too will enter it soon, whether you want to or not. What will that day be like? What does the experience of death truly feel like?
Out of His infinite mercy, Allah has informed us of this destination through His messenger, peace be upon him, so that we may prepare for that day. Time passes. Perhaps a year later, you were lying on a hospital bed. Your breathing is becoming weaker. Memories from childhood come flooding back. Your achievements, your mistakes, and above all, deep regret for the time you wasted. You realize that whatever time remains must not be wasted. Silently, your lips move as you recite, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Your vision becomes blurry. The people around you are rushing about, but you can no longer see them clearly. Instead, in the corner of your eyes, a strange light begins to appear, gradually becoming clearer. What a beautiful light! Soothing, comforting to the eyes. Why did you never notice it before? A new fragrance reaches your senses. Is it the scent of flowers or some heavenly perfume? A profound sense of peace spreads through you. All physical pain disappears. Then, astonishingly, a group approaches you, but they are not human. Their faces shine with a brightness that outshines the sun. You remember the hadith of the messenger, and you realize these are angels, here to welcome you to your new world. Soon, the entire room is filled with their nur. Wherever you look, there are countless angels. One angel comes closer. You understand that this is Malak al-Maut, the angel of death.
He comes near your head and says in a voice full of respect, O pure soul, come out to the forgiveness of Allah and His pleasure. It feels as though you have been waiting your entire life for this call. Your soul leaves your body with such ease, like water being poured from one vessel into another. Seeing the joy of the angels reminds you of the moment your child was born, how everyone's faces were filled with happiness, how they competed to hold the newborn. Today, as your soul emerges, the angels show that same excitement. They compete to carry you. They wrap you in a heavenly cloth, apply a beautiful fragrance, and take you toward the heavens. You travel at incredible speed, surrounded by countless angels. As you ascend, you pass groups of angels who ask about you. The angels accompanying you mention your name, and also all the good names by which you were known in the world. You witness sights and creations so magnificent that words fail you. You can only glorify Allah. This realm is vast and extraordinary. What you once thought was advanced technology in the world cannot even represent a fraction of this reality. In awe and silence, you continue until you reach the gate of the seventh heaven. Then your heart trembles.
Because you hear the voice of the one to whom you always spoke in your heart, the one whose mercy and love you relied upon all your life. You hear the voice of Allah. He praises you and says with immense compassion, "Record the book of my servant in Iliyin and return him to the earth. I created him from it, and to it I shall return him, and from it I will raise him again." Hearing this, your soul fills with overwhelming joy at Allah's mercy and love. The angels then begin to return you to the earth, but your thoughts remain absorbed in that divine voice. You return and see your body already placed in the grave. Your soul is returned to it. Now begins the reality of life in the grave. You reflect on how fortunate you are, how merciful your Lord has been. Without His mercy, such a peaceful experience would never have been possible. You remember the hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and you realize what your fate could have been if you had died without faith, if you had died in disbelief.
The angel of death would have come in a terrifying form. At the sight of them, you would try to flee, but there would be no escape. He would say harshly, "O wicked soul, come out of this evil body. Punishment awaits you." Your soul would refuse to leave, clinging to your dying body. Then it would be violently pulled out, like wool being dragged through thorny branches. As your soul leaves, the angels would curse you. When taken toward the heavens, the gates of the first heaven would not open for you. You would hear Allah's voice, but it would be filled with anger. Record His book in Sijin. Then you would be thrown down from the sky back toward your grave. But that terrible fate did not happen to you. Your heart fills with gratitude. From within the grave, you hear your loved ones finishing the burial and slowly leaving. For the first time, you are completely alone in total darkness. Then, suddenly, you are made to sit up. Two terrifying angels appear before you. Despite their frightening appearance, you know who they are, Munkar and Nakir. You understand. Now it is time for questioning, and if you answer correctly, there will be nothing to fear. There will be nothing to fear.